Let's go. Let me see if it's refreshing on X. Do you see it on X? Yep, I see it. 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 Let me retweet it. And then we're on YouTube as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. Am I subscribed to Temple? I don't even think I'm subscribed to
I'm
Temple's.
actually not sure if our YouTube is live yet. We have to get approval for stream still.
Yeah, it says we're live.
Oh, nice. Good stuff.
It says we're live. Oh, quality's great. What's up, everybody? How we all doing? Today is day 2 of the hackathon. I just wanted to make sure everything's working good. Drop one in the chat if you can hear me, if you can see me, just so we know that everything's working good. We should also drop a link. Let me drop a link in our Discord. Or Josh, you got that?
Yeah,
for me?
I got that.
Okay. What's up, everybody? I hope we're all well. Today is day 2 of our TempoBuilds Hackathon office hours. Couple things I wanted to share, a couple things I wanted to chat, but I hope you're all doing well. If you don't know, we are having a hackathon, nice hackathon where you can win some prizes. And we're also gearing up for some big feature releases in the next literally in the next couple days. I just right before I jumped in the live stream, we just tested a feature, me and Martin, who also works at Tempo, and it's things are getting exciting. Things are getting exciting. So I hope you use this time to not only build something cool, but also to get used to the platform as a whole, to get used to the tools that we built, and also to give us some feedback. We would love your feedback. We want to know, what is it that you love, what is it that you don't like, what is it that you want improved. We listen to feedback, we improve on it. We literally have like a whole board where we discuss, okay, people don't like this, people like this. And we're really here to service you, to make it so that whatever it is that you think that you want to build, that you can build. That being said, I think I'm going to start sharing my screen. There's a couple things I wanted to chat about. And let me just make sure I don't have anything confidential. Maybe I don't mind leaking some info. Oh man, what's the restream icon look like? I have so many tabs open.
It's like the blue R.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna pin this to the top. What's up, Volcan? What's up, Sheena? Loving the platform. Thank you so much. Let me know if if there's anything, any features you'd like to see, anything you're struggling with. I'm going to share. Let me share my browser. I don't know if it is working. All right, beautiful. You guys, so my screen is being shown. Perfect. So I love to always do a little whiteboard diagram because I think it just conceptualizing information by drawings is the best way to learn. That being said, there's 3 things that I believe are amazing with Tempo that I really encourage you during this hackathon time that you explore, test, and see how Tempo is very different from all the AI code gen platforms you're used to. I would say there's 3 big things that are part of your product development cycle when using Tempo. The first thing is we have a PRD, and without getting any fancy, because I'm not a product guy, to be honest with you, it's a product roadmap.
Requirements document.
Product requirements document. Listen, I've meant the same thing. Products requirement document. So basically, and Josh, you could correct me if I'm wrong. This is basically where you detail what your product is all about. And what's great with Tempo is the Tempo agent will actually do this for you, right? The second thing that makes Tempo unique is being able to customize the design, right? And it's not just through prompts, but we have almost this Figma style where you can literally go into the components, you can drag and drop components, you can edit components, right? So you have the ultimate control with design, being able to design. And then the last part, and this is where I think we're all, excited for, is the code, right? The agent being able to write code for you. And there are a lot of tools that do the writing code part, but a lot of people get stuck with issues on setting up payments, setting up, their database, their authentication. I mean, heck, if you've watched my YouTube channel, I have videos talking about this very thing. And I definitely do believe, like, especially in the next couple of days, we're going to solve a lot of people's problems. So this journey of going from idea to production code, not just code, I want to add production code. It's going to be Tempo is going to be the only platform that's going to do this, right? So I highly encourage you use this time in the on the hackathon to really get used to the platform. I think we could just dive right in. I'm going to log in my account, and actually I have some things that are work related. So let me stop sharing real quick. I apologize. Oh, Josh, did I bring you on camera?
No,
That's my man Josh, everybody. Josh is the whiz behind the cam. Well, no, he's on the cam. I just wanted to. Oh, let me catch up with chat. I must say, I made money by developing and selling the project I founded with Tempo Labs. Vulcan, really? Please DM me. I need to know more about that. So my Twitter is Rasmikky, RASMICKYY. I would love to hear more about that. That's exactly so. Loving this platform. So Sheena, just to answer your question, every application, especially one that you want to make money with, um, there are three big pillars, right? There's authentication. You want to know who your users are, and authorization as well. You want to know what type of access they have. You need a database to store some sort of information, whether it be your users' information or even the work that they've done, right? Let's say I have a text editor, right? I built a text editor, a note-taking application. Imagine I use your app. I love it. I love the design. I love the look and feel. You've designed a great application, and all of a sudden, by the time I've signed out or by the time I've refreshed, all that data is gone, right? So we need a database to store these things. And finally, payments. We need to get paid. We need to get paid. In this economy, you need to get paid. You cannot be in this like I remember when we were young, they told us go to school and get a good job. That's not enough no more. It's go to school, get a good job, and start a business. So we knowing this, I know I'm kind of joking, but knowing this, one of the things that and the reason I joined the Tempo team is that's the focus. Like, how do we get you to the end? How do we get you to production? How do we get you paid, right? And one of our goals, really, in the next couple months, is like we want to hear people say, "Oh, I made money building Tempo on Tempo and selling that service to someone." So that's what we're really excited about. That's what we're really looking forward to. So I have my screen share is good now. I'm just not sure if I can share some of the things, Josh. So apologies for that.
Yep.
But so you can see my screen. There's a couple things I want to show you. So this is just a simple car wash site I am working on. And there are a couple of powerful things that I want to show you, right? First, you have your PRD section. This, I can edit this right here, you can see, and I can regenerate this if I want. And not only do I give the agent information on what I'm looking to build, it also generates a user flow, right? And a user flow basically is you documenting the user journey. Like, what does it look like when someone comes to your app? Is it they see a landing page? Okay, on the landing page, what buttons are there? Is there a getting started, a sign up, sign in? Like, you have to think of all these things, and the AI plans this out for you. It literally diagrams this for you. And what's cool is you can add extra visual context. And then we have the design tab. Like I said, I just have to keep clicking here, and I have access to all this. I can change the fonts, I can bolden things, I can edit the text, right? And although we love AI and we want to prompt our way to success, I do believe success looks like AI code gen plus human control, right? And this is what I love about Tempo is it gives me fine-grained control. I'm in charge. I have an intelligent agent that works with me, but I'm in control. And then the last tab is the coding tab. And I don't know if you guys know this. I don't think a lot of people do. Is like there is an actual code editor here. And here's why Tempo is interesting. Not only is the direction of the product of the software we're building for production grade applications, but it's also for collaboration. Let's say you got two, three homies. One's a whiz at product planning, One's great at design, and the other one is the dev. We now have sections within the app where each individual person can work on their specific expertise, right? So a lot of these tools are really built for solo, right? And Tempo is built for solo, but it's also built for teams, right? Multiple people, friends, cousins, whatever it is, whoever you want to work with, you can do so on Tempo. And what's exciting is this share button in the next couple of days is going to be very, very powerful because you'll be able to deploy your applications, wink, wink, in various different places. So I just want to share during this hackathon time, I encourage you play with the PRD section, generate some random PRDs, tweak, you know, tweak the user flow by regenerating this, right? And then go to the design, play with the design, go to the code, edit the code. Like you can literally do that, and now everything broke. Perfect. So I really encourage you go through all these different sections and get familiar with it because Tempo as a platform is just going to keep getting better and better. And I truly believe if you use this hackathon time not only to build something cool and win some prizes, get you some credits, get you a little bit of change, but also I genuinely believe as the platform grows, if you grow with us, you'll be an unstoppable person who can build applications left, right, and center. That being said, I think I will let
Yeah,
me.
sweet. So just as Mickey kind of wraps that up as well, like we have a couple of questions in chat, Mickey. Maybe we should get to those.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't know how to stop sharing the screen,
Yeah,
so
no worries. I can flash it up. So one of our
okay.
questions is, about just starting AI coding and making SaaS, split between Windsurf, Lovable, and Tempo. So like maybe give some insight into like why you would use us over some of these other platforms, and also an additional question of can we use our own API?
Yeah, so the reason why I'm sure BV and other people are splitting between the different platforms, like you'll have like maybe someone starts with a lovable bolt and then or a V0 and then they move to Windsurf or Cursor. And by the way, I use Windsurf at work because I write code to build the stuff, is because those tools do not take you to the finish line. So you need something like a Windsurf or a Cursor to take you to the finish line. I believe with Tempo, especially with the next couple releases, we will get you to the finish line. So what I would do is I would fully start on Tempo and finish on Tempo. Now, can you use code from other AI generated platforms? Like someone asked me, they really like designing on V0. They like the outputs they get from V0. So they want to start at V0 and they want to copy the code over and paste it in Tempo. You can, right? You can give it to the agent, or if you know how to work the editor, you can work it on the editor. But I would suggest that you start and finish with Tempo. Can you bring your own APIs? You can, right? You could just you again, it's all about your prompting the AI agent well, and you can get those results. And if you have any questions, the Discord is available. You could join the Discord and you could just tag me, and I'm happy to always respond.
Yeah,
Uh,
sweet. Maybe you can flash up one of our other questions.
let
So
me-
somebody was asking about if that sample that you were showing earlier, like, is that available for anybody?
so yeah, that sample is just a personal project of mine. But if you like want like a sample project or whatever, just again shoot me a message on Discord. I can cook something up and just send it your way.
Yeah, and maybe we can explain even how we created that in just one prompt, creating that website that
Yeah,
you just flashed up.
so when you go to Tempo, again, we have a generous free tier, and if you are part of the hackathon, I'm pretty sure people who register get a boosted account,
Yeah,
account.
free pro
So
account.
free pro account. So make sure again, join the Discord, join the hackathon, so you can get you a boosted account. But it's literally as simple as create project, generate a new app.
You're not sharing screen.
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh no. Oh no. See, this is why I need Josh in my life. Okay, so I'm gonna share this. Now I'm sharing my screen. Am I sharing
Yeah,
my screen?
there you go.
Perfect. So it's as simple as like I signed in, right? And then you're gonna come to this dashboard. You click create project, generate new, prompt whatever it is that you want, and click generate. And that I just don't want to waste any of my tokens. That will take you. Oh, this is a project I purposely broke. This is another project I purposely broke, but that will take you here. Now, if you notice, I purposely break projects because I have to make sure they're working and test and all that stuff. But that gives you access to all of this, right? So that one simple prompt will generate your PRD, your wireframes designs, and give you the code and give you an environment where you can see, run, and test. And that's why, again, I think Tempo is the best.
Sweet. So we had a question from Sheena of how do I join the hackathon? It's a good question. If you go to our Instagram, sorry, not our Instagram, if you go to our Twitter, our last couple of posts, any post that's been about the hackathon, you'll see just in the reply to that post, there will be a registration page. And I can also just type it in chat, tempo.new/hackathon. So if you go to tempo.new/hackathon, you'll go to our hackathon page where you can register. And then the dates are going to be February 6th. So it started yesterday to February 10th. So you have all weekend plus a little bit of time on Monday to do your builds. If you register, you get a free pro account. So you can, have some tokens, credits to kind of play around with and get familiar with the platform. And then all submissions you submit by using the hashtag TempoBuilds on Twitter. And this is going to be really fun because our kind of internal Tempo team and Micky, we're going to be kind of scouring all of Twitter and finding the top 10 submissions that we find. But then we're going to be publishing an actual thread with all of those submissions so that you guys can actually vote on the top submissions that you have, which kind of decides our first, second, and third winners. Then we also have some cool like other superlative prizes like best meme app, best SaaS app for people that are building software, and I think best designed app is the third one as well.
Yeah, and listen, this hackathon's for the people. So the people get to vote, the people get to decide. And I hope that answers your question. Absolutely. I know it's still in beta. Just wanted to give you props that I can't wait to work more with Tempo. Almost booked the unlimited package already. Well, absolute. Thank you so much. Again, man, look, I hope everyone watching this just remember what I said by next week. Because some of the stuff, if, God willing, we finish, it's going to really make a lot of your lives much easier. We're going to make it in a way where all you have to do is really just focus on your idea. You get to be the idea person. The rest will be taken care of by Tempo. And maybe I can chat because I see people mention Windsurf and Cursor. Windsurf and Cursor are great. I use Windsurf, and I'm pretty sure other people on the team are using Cursor. The reason why I think, especially for people who are non-technical, I think there can be a lot of friction when it comes to deploying apps, right? Especially because it's an IDE, it's a coding platform. You can't really tweak the designs the way you want to. I think the reason why I love Tempo is think of an editor plus Claude plus Figma came together and had a child. A weird child, but it came together and had a child. And I think that's what makes Tempo special. Um, BV says, I don't understand the pricing. Can you elaborate the tiers? Yeah, I can go on the site and we can go over this. So there's three giant tiers, right? There's the free tier where you get 500K free daily tokens, which by the way is a generous amount, right? So if you're someone you're like, oh, I just want to test it out, like the free tier takes care of you. Number two, the hackathon. You get a boosted pro account. So you get more than 500K tokens, right? And you don't have to pay for it. It's free. So I would highly suggest register for the hackathon so you can get the pro account. And then third, we have the pro account and we also have something called Agent Plus. I don't want to butcher Agent Plus, Josh. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
know
can
about it.
I
I don't
can
want to
jump
butcher it
in.
because, by the way, it's only been 10 days since I joined, right? So I haven't even finished onboarding.
Yeah, I can jump in really quickly with some of our pricing right now. So right now we have the base pro plan, which is $30 a month, and that'll give you right now 25 million tokens. But that's a little bit of a promotion. That's like kind of double the amount that it'll normally be. So if you are going to upgrade account, I'd really recommend that you upgrade like fairly soon because a lot of these promotional like pricings are going to change a bit later. But yeah, for a pro account, you'd usually get about 15 million tokens for $30 a month. A scale account, which is $50 a month, would get you about 30 million tokens. And then an ultimate account is $100 a month, and that gives you 65 million tokens. But then for some folks that really like having like no constraints, they take the unlimited account, and that's $350 a month. And then as Micky was mentioning as well, for those who are kind of part of enterprises or thinking about building kind of full scale products and they want some development support for their applications, we also have a service called Agent Plus where we have our own internal developers and designers work with you and your team to build out products for $4,000 a month is kind of our agent service on that front.
So yeah, again, I just joined, so I don't really know much about Agent Plus, but I could tell you about Tempo. It's a great platform. The hackathon started yesterday. Yes,
Yep.
yesterday was officially. Ain't too late though. You can jump in today. I myself, I don't know if I'm allowed to be part, but I might just jump in
Yeah.
after work. What's the most insane application you see build with Tempo? I saw someone, and this was like a support person, like they had a question. So I don't really know if I can expose, but like they had a support question, helped them out, and they had the craziest like flow hacker 3D type vibe. I don't even know how to explain it, but it was the most beautiful and artsy thing, and I felt very incompetent. And I've seen some cool sites where like some guy made a job board, some person made like a bakery builder, like a cake builder. Like there's a lot of cool things that I see people build. One thing that um we're going to do is we want to be able to help people showcase their their builds, their projects, their work. Right now we have a chat in the Discord. You can share your work there, but we're going to work on something where you can show on the Temple site itself, and get you some eyes.
Yeah, and maybe I'll just jump in. Like, I feel like some of the most useful uses of Tempo for me was like actually building like these little personal tools that help me do my work better. So, for example, I wanted to kind of reach out to a bunch of different YouTubers, and there was no really good way for me to search that on YouTube. So I used Tempo, plugged it into the YouTube API, and then it gave me a really good search engine to find YouTubers. So just like kind of these small tools that like usually I'd go and Google like, does this tool exist? But then if it like asks me to pay for that tool, which I don't want to do, or if the tool doesn't exist, you can just spend 30 minutes and spin it up in Tempo for yourself.
Yeah, and to answer BV, yes, you can. You could call APIs and just bring, like just prompt it properly, right? Give your like the necessary information, the docs and all that type of stuff, and Tempo should take care of that.
Yeah, exactly. And for example, in bringing in your own API, like the best way to do that, especially if you're not very familiar with kind of like the actual technical side of things, just use the AI to help you through it. Like you can give a prompt like, help like walk me through how to actually integrate the, Cloud API or the OpenAI API, and then the chat will walk you through the exact steps that you need to do that, as well as kind of any information that, the chat needs from you to make that happen.
Yeah, someone said, "Where's the Discord URL? I'm on my lonesome. I'm getting it for you right now. You ain't gotta be lonely. We here for you." Um, I don't know how to put it in the chat though.
Yeah, I can drop that in a
Okay,
sec. Yeah.
the boy Josh got it for you. So I discovered Temple today via Russ Makes YouTube video. I'm glad you watched that, bro. Appreciate that. 350 a month is a bargain when you consider what you save as a business. 100%. I genuinely think, again, especially as the platform gets better, which it is. Again, the next couple weeks are going to be monumental. I really do think that Temple's a bang for your buck. You can, like, if you know what you want to build and you're serious, you can really get stuff done, and that's what's exciting to me. Regarding that. But I guess if there aren't any questions, Josh, maybe we could wrap this up or
Maybe let's wait a second or two. Let's just like open it up. Does anybody have any specific questions about kind of the projects that you're building, the stuff that you can do, like anything around Tempo that we can help answer? Um, yeah, would love to kind of hear your guys' thoughts and your guys' questions.
I guess while that's coming, I could give some tips. So first of all, again, really explore the PRD section, the design section, and well, if you don't know how to code, don't touch the code. But really experiment with those sections. When you register for the hackathon, you do get a pro account, so you do have the liberty to explore. Like your first project doesn't have to be the project. Like I suggest just create a random project, right? Like dog grooming business or whatever, right? Whatever comes to mind, just really play with the product and get used to it. Explore it because it's very powerful. There are a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. Tempo can do that. It does. So really explore. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to when you finalize your plan, one thing that I would do is like Josh said, really get the AI to walk you through it. Ask questions. Maybe even plan ahead. Right. I think the better you're prompting, the better the idea of what you want to build, the better the outcome becomes, right? The AI is only as will be only as efficient as you are, right? And third and final thing is I will actually share my screen for this because I think this is very important. Is There will be times where you feel like, oh, why does the AI hallucinate, or why is it not understanding me? I feel neglected. What you're going to do is I'm going to show you a simple fix. Let's say I'm on this app right here. This tiny plus button, we're going to make this more visible. When you click this tiny plus button, essentially what happens is I already have a clear chat, so it does nothing, but it creates a new chat. And the reason why this is important is sometimes the context, like your chat becomes too long, and not only are you wasting tokens, but it also becomes a little too much for the AI. I don't know if you guys have used Claude, but when you use Claude and the chat gets really long, it tells you just create a new chat, the performance would be better. So I highly suggest, like, if your chat is getting a little too long, you and the AI are yapping a little too much, create a new chat, you will see better results. Let me Tempo is not on the App Store right now. It's just a web app, tempolabs.ai. But it's a very powerful web app, and it's going to get even more powerful soon. Um, are there any plans in the future for Tempo to integrate with other AI tools like maybe Cursor, DeepSeek, or Claude? So, Cursor, DeepSeek, Claude. Let's take DeepSeek and Claude for a second. So, we do use various models, Claude being the main one. Believe it or not, DeepSeek isn't really that, like, Claude is still better, right? And I've done some personal testing. We did some testing as a team as well. Claude is still the best one for programming. I think DeepSeek is a much better um like consumer tool. And what I mean by consumer tool, it's great to chat with, plan with, ask questions. So I would use that maybe as like a personal assistant, ideator, and stuff like that. But I think when it comes to programming, there is nothing like Claude. And terms of Cursor, again, Cursor is your IDE. One feature that we are that is on wait list right now that we are going to ship soon is being able to connect your a repo, an existing repo, and uploading that into Tempo. So there is in the very near future, in the next couple of days, really, where you can have your Cursor windsurf project, and then you can connect, push that to GitHub, and then you can connect that repo to Tempo, and then continue to build your project there. So that is coming very, very soon. Thank you so much. Please make more videos, especially super base and deployment and connecting with domains. Yeah, so again, we have a big feature that's coming out very soon, and that will be accompanied with a lot of tutorial videos, walkthroughs, docs. So we will make it as seamless as possibly can. And that is coming very soon, BV. Um,
Yeah, I can't. Did you go through deployment in the tutorial you just released, or not yet?
not yet, because we have something exciting
Gotcha. Gotcha.
coming with
But do you use
that.
Supabase in that one?
Yes, yeah, I do. Yeah. So in the tutorial, I show, um, and it's on my channel, Ross Mike. I show how to like connect Supabase, set up your DB, your authentication, all that stuff. AI takes care of it. Very seamless, very easy process. So you can check that out. Deployments, though, we have something very exciting coming very soon. I was literally just testing that right before this call. Um, and let's see. No, I mean my own app. How do I? Oh, like your own like web application. So right again, it's under waitlist right now. But if you, so like, I'm assuming you have a GitHub repo with existing code. What's good?
I think he's actually talking about if he builds the app on Tempo, how does he kind of like launch that or upload that to
Oh,
there?
I apologize. I apologize for not for misunderstanding. Um, in the next couple days, you'll be able to deploy your applications to the web, right, and assign it a domain. And we will have walkthroughs and tutorials on how to do that on Tempo. So I would just say make sure you got your notifications on and you're following Tempo on all channels, because that is coming very, very soon. Like very, very soon.
Yeah, in the meantime, let me you can just click the share button and then click deploy on your Tempo canvas. That'll create like a Tempo link, so you won't be able to use your own unique link yet. But very, very shortly, we'll make a really, really easy way for anybody to upload it to their own kind of URL. If you're a bit more technical and comfortable with code, you can actually, push it to GitHub and then go to Vercel to deploy your projects. But if that kind of scares you a bit too much, just don't worry. Just hang in there for a little bit longer, and then you'll be able to do a one-click deployment kind of to your own domain there. Question from Twitter: is it possible to push my tempo to GitHub?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes. Yes.
if you go to your Tempo
Yes.
project, and maybe I can even show
And
it.
I say yes because the tempo environment I work on right now is dev, so I've messed up a lot of things. So forgive me for the looking at Josh for certainty.
Yeah, so if you go to the left-hand side of your Tempo project, I'm just gonna let one load up so I can maybe do this actually. As long as my laptop doesn't go ballistic if I try to share screen. Actually, maybe it's a better idea that I don't try to share screen. I feel like I will
Kill the
kill the
stream.
stream. But on the left-hand side of any Tempo project, so once you're inside your canvas, there's going to be a icon that kind of looks like a branch. So it'll look like kind of two lines with circles. That's basically the GitHub integration tab. So if you click on that Git settings little icon there, then you'll be able to push your project to GitHub. Now, anybody who is doing any project, whether you're technical or non-technical, I highly recommend that you push your projects to GitHub, because what that allows you to do is it allows you to have kind of a bit better version control and like version history of the project that you're doing. So let's say just in case you go down a little bit of a path where your project is really breaking, but you kind of want to go back to an old version, you can then go back to the old branch that you had to kind of save all the progress that you have. And it's also helpful if you're working with multiple people as well. So if you're technical and you know about GitHub, then this will be very kind of intuitive to use. But if you're non-technical and you don't really know too much about GitHub, we have some developer documentation. If you go to the kind of info tab and you go to our documentation, it's there. So definitely read up a little bit on GitHub. A super helpful tool to help you progress with your projects.
Fantastic. Yeah, I just noticed that part as well. Keep it up, guys. You guys are doing great. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love your UI, and I was wondering, do you use long context and how MCP is used with Codium and Windsurf? Michael. I don't know if I'm allowed to share that, but we do some cool stuff on the back end, and we have a really smart team. CTO and CTO Peter and all the other devs are very smart. So, do we have early adopters discounts? This is the early adopters discounts. Hop on. That's what I'm telling you, especially the hackathon. You get a free pro account during the hackathon time. Don't mess up. Literally go on our Twitter, scroll down, and you will find the URL. Oh, we have my man Ray Fernando. Quick story. I met Ray on the interwebs, but then we met in person um, in San Fran. Ray's a sick guy. uh One of early dudes to work on Apple. My man was on the Apple Watch. A lot of the cool stuff you use, my boy Ray built. And he's a great content creator, especially covering a lot of the AI tools. So just wanted to shout out Ray. And then when we met at San Fran, we went to the best. I don't know what it was called, but they had some great chicken. It was great. Anyway, Ray asked, excited to cook. I looked up the documentation from prompting. How do you suggest I set up my first prompt? I think the first prompt is getting out of hand as it's very long and detailed requirements. I'll be honest with you, Ray. I just tell it what I want. Like I'll straight up tell it, hey, listen, this is what I want to build. And the reason why I do that is because tempo right off the bat, especially when you like are starting the flow of creating a new project, it starts with your PRD and then it does your designs and and it starts writing code. It does a lot of the initial detailed thinking that you have to do, right? So in my opinion, I would just start off with a very simple prompt of what it is that you're looking to build, and I would start tweaking the PRD to your liking. Once you have that, that's enough context for you to start hitting the ground running. And there are some beta features that I was telling you about, Ray, that I will give you access shortly. But again, if you're not following me, follow Ray. Ray is an amazing guy. Um, do we have any? What's the hackathon, Josh? I'll give this one to you because you explain it better than me.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's not familiar with what a hackathon is, it's basically just a time that builders can build with a specific kind of challenge in mind. So this one is so open-ended. We really just wanted builders to be able to build whatever the heck they wanted to build. So you're literally allowed to build any type of software using Tempo, of course. Um, The timeline is February 6th to February 10th. So as long as you submit your hackathon build before then using the hashtag TempoBuilds on Twitter, then you're submitted for the hackathon. And there's also kind of a quick registration. If you don't already have a free account, we get you a free pro account if you're registering for the first time for the hackathon. And yeah, it's just a way for builders to kind of come together, show their work, share their work. Hopefully, a ton of people will be able to see a bunch of really cool projects that other people post. And I just like love this kind of Tempo community that we're building because people are so supportive of, when people post their projects in the Discord, everybody hypes them up. We're just building a really good kind of, group of people that are supporting each other building. So we've kind of called it the TempoBuilds Build in Public Hackathon. So yeah, excited to see you there. Question about already registered for hackathon. When will I get pro? So we have already given pro to everybody who's registered in the last kind of 2 days. But if you're a new registrant, then we will try to get your account to you by the end of the day. It just takes us a sec to get those changes made. But yeah, we'll definitely get that as soon as possible. Tomorrow morning at the very, very latest.
Yeah, and Discord is a great place to be. Like, just in case something's not, if you haven't got the pro account by tomorrow or around lunch, then you can definitely ping us there. Sheena said, just join the hackathon. Excited to see what you build. Excited to see you in the Discord, my sister. I follow you since cursor videos, Ross. I'm like, I appreciate that, Max. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That means a lot. And I'm excited to see what, like, I want to see the creative projects. Like, I wonder if someone's going to make like I don't know, like a meme generator or something. um let's see. Oh, my thing froze. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still good.
Okay, kind of. Okay, never mind. We're back. We're back. I'm in Lesotho, so it's near midnight. You have a great night, Lemmy. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, and especially if anybody has like cool ideas of things that they want to build, we'd love to hear about this as well. But yeah, we'll give it a second or two for any other questions to come in, or else we might wrap up our office hours for today.
Oh, there's actually one question I missed. I currently am using Vercel connected to my GitHub. So whenever I push from the AI ID to the repository in GitHub from there, it automatically pushed to my Vercel. I understand you will do that directly with Vercel. Next couple of days, my boy. Let me said, cool. This is an old message. I have 25K in AWS credits for winning a pitch competition. That's the app I want to build. Not very technical. Listen, you got 25K credits, so enjoy. Enjoy. But if there are any last minute questions, would love to hear them. If there are any ideas, absolute thank you so much for joining the stream. When do we post our projects? If not complete, do we still post Monday sometime, right? I will defer that to Josh. That is a great question.
Yeah. So if your project is not complete by the time of the deadline, I would still encourage you to just post it anyway before the deadline. That's part of the beauty of building in public, right? When you're building in public, you're sharing your progress, you're sharing what you have. Sometimes it's not 100% there. In fact, almost always your product is not 100% there. Like there's always something that a couple features that we want to add, a couple, pages that we want to change or make things look different. But part of the beauty of building in public is just sharing what you have and shipping what you have right away. So yeah, definitely would encourage you, even if you don't feel like the product is ready, to post it still before the deadline. But always more than welcome to share your projects after the deadline as well. It just wouldn't be considered for the prizes of the hackathon. So to kind of stay for the prizes of the hackathon, to be like eligible for them, you just have to post before that. Yeah, first hackathon. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, that's so exciting, Nick.
Nick, by the way, Nick Johnson, that face is familiar. I don't know if I know you on X, but again, excited to see what you build, my man. Why does it keep saying container pause? So Timothy, if that issue keeps happening, this is what I want you to do. You know that little chat bubble right there on Tempo? I want you to click that, and then I want you to just share what you just shared there. I will check it out for you. I or someone else from the team will check it out for you. Most of the time, if you just refresh, that'll work. Maybe you have to clear cache, that'll work. But if not, again, that chat bubble, I will personally respond to you. Just hit it there. Let me know there. I just joined as well. I want to build a pharmaceutical app. Hey, as long as it's legal pharmaceuticals, go ahead, my man. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's amazing, Michael.
Zavi says, will you do this? Will you be doing this again? Yes. And yes, it will be. We will be doing this again. I definitely think the next one with all the features we have is definitely going to be a banger. So I'm excited for that, which is why I think you have an advantage now. Get used to Tempo, build with Tempo, ship your first project, see how it works, and then the new features come. You're already used to it. These new features are just going to fuel you faster. Now you're ready for the next level. So highly encourage you.
If you're referring to the office hours as well, we are hosting office hours tomorrow and Monday as well. So stay tuned for those two if you want to join.
I used your starter pack for my new web app I launched recently. I love that, Nick. LinkedIn. Yeah, Tempo's on LinkedIn. I just updated my LinkedIn. I did the generic. I have joined the Tempo Labs team. I'm very excited for my thing. Does this AI also code Next.js? So currently, it's just Vite, React Vite, but Next is supported. We've just blocked that off for a little bit because there's some things we have to fix. They're being worked on as we speak. It will be supported very, very, very soon. But I will say with the feature that we're about to launch soon, it won't matter if it's Next or Vite. You'll be able to get whatever you want done. So I will say that. Um, Appreciate you, Sheena. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you. God bless.
All right.
I think we'll call it a stream. Any last questions? We'll give it 30 seconds. Any last questions, statements, phrases, jokes, joke of the day? Maybe you know what? The next few ones I'll open up with a joke of the day or a dad joke or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks so much for your questions, everybody. This is really good, and hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about the app as well. And as you guys go and start digging into your projects, would love for you guys to like join our office hours tomorrow and give us some progress updates of how it's going, or ask us some questions of roadblocks you might have been hitting, or that's kind of the beauty of building things, is that you're always going to come into some sort of issues, but then you'll be able to overcome the issues, and you'll feel this like cathartic release when you fix this bug in your code. But yeah, wow, we're getting a couple of questions in as well.
Michael, are any other models be added? So again, on the back end, like I said, we do use various models. Claude is the frontier one. And there's a reason for that because Claude is just the best when it comes to programming. Even myself, like I say, I use Windsurf to write code, which uses Claude, and Claude is just the best, right? So if a better model comes at coding, then we're always we're always up to date with the latest AI and model information. So know that whenever you're building with Tempo, the best is being pushed out for you guys. We're building the first unicorn that will come from Tempo. I like that attitude. I like that attitude. That's how you're supposed to think and feel. Work like you mean it. Good luck, everyone. Tempo's fantastic. Thank you, Lemmy. Um,
Quick question about the free plan. So we're trying to keep our free plan as generous as possible for as long as we can. But it's like not like we lose a ton of money on our free plan, which we absolutely love because it means that a ton of people are using the free plan. So what I'll say to that is just use it as much as you can while it's still there. And then, down the line, we might have to make some small changes to it, but we're trying our best to kind of make it as accessible and easy as possible for people to use.
yeah, Claude is expensive, y'all. If Claude dropped a model that was as cheap as DeepSeek, cool. But Claude is expensive, and at the end of the day, we got to do what we have to do. So I 100% agree. Register for the hackathon, get you that pro account, you get boosted credits. Use the free plan. 500K tokens is a lot, so use it. We have a lot of cool things that are coming up, so just wait and see. Why did the AI developer break up with their SaaS platform? Because it kept over-promising and under-delivering. Turns out it was just another commitment issue in the cloud. You know what? I appreciate that. And you know what's funny? BB probably used ChatGPT for that. But I still appreciate you had to go to ChatGPT and do that. Oh, that was from R1 DeepSeek. My bad. My bad. That was straight from DeepSeek. Noam, if you have any issues, again, the chat bubble right there, click it and let us know. Refreshing clearing cache usually works. But if not, just let us know. Do I need to deploy my tempo to share it on Twitter? It's just a simple share. So you click the share button and then just that button, the deploy button right there. Takes a couple seconds and then we'll be able to see it. It'd be cool for us to see what you built. And I do encourage also, like on the stuff that you built, include your social links, right? So we're gonna have a thread where everyone's going to have their submissions there. Post your social links because maybe someone sees what you built and they like it and they want to follow you. So put your Twitter, put your Instagram, put your MySpace, whatever is, or Snap, whatever is going on now. Noam, I will personally get to you. Literally after this call, I will personally get to you. I will check your ticket if you've asked.
Yeah, thanks for sharing again. Then we'll make sure we get to that.
And honestly, ping on this Discord if spend millions of tokens trying to fix it. Okay, yeah, I will check it out what your issue is. We do have some fixes we're discussing on, managing tokens slash fixing with AI stuff. So rest assured, not only will that be taken care of, but I will check out your issue personally as well.
Sounds good. No.
Received 100 messages today on Restream. Oh, that's amazing. No problem, no, I got you. That being said, Josh, I guess I got some work to do, so we should
Yeah,
I'm on a deadline.
jump on some tickets, help some people with their projects. But
Yeah.
thanks so much, everybody, for joining us today. Thanks so much, Micky, for hopping on with us. Excited to see all the hackathon projects that come out of this. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to join our Discord, ask them there, or just tweet at us. Like we check our tweets really, really frequently as well. So feel free to do that too. But yeah, we will catch you tomorrow at the same time, 3 o'clock EST for our Saturday office hours. All right.
Bye, everyone. Happy building.